Right, and we're off again. Just get feedback. Right. So just get a bit of feedback in the ears, but we're good to go now. This should be a very entertaining match. Obviously, Clint Hanson's obviously one of the top players on the tour, but Jordan's new to the tour this year, or back on the tour. I'm not sure if he played on the tour previously, a few years ago, but everyone in the pool world knows how good Jordan is as well. So this should be a very entertaining match and could go all the way. They are also doubles partners at the World Championships, winning the doubles world title, so adds a little extra element to it. Joined in the commentary box by Mark Pickworth, who's going to give you a few expert opinions on the match. You're on now.
I'm not sure about that one, Simon, but we'll try my best.
Yeah. So I think Jordan broke this frame. I think I was busy trying to get your attention when the frame started, but this is for a break and finish. Looks like he's got too much angle to hold for the yellow to the bottom left.
Not sure if that yellow does go in the right middle though.
Twice across. Oh, that way.
That was a danger.
Right. So he's one roll away from going 1-0 up, or one roll less, and he'd gone 1-0 up, and it's now Clint's first chance. So he's got his free shot. Does he need to do anything with the balls on the bottom left or bottom right pocket?
The bottom right pocket, probably the two that's together. That's probably the ones that he'll be aiming at first. But I don't see any problems for Clint here.
No, just needs to pick his route. Are you a player that likes to pick the route all the way through, or pick last ball, or how do you go about sort of seeing a finish?
It obviously depends. If they're all at the bottom end, then you do need to sort of pick a route, don't you? Which Clint's obviously looking at now. But, he has got choices, hasn't he? So
yeah,
there's quite a lot of options here.
So I think he's going to be thinking the red to the bottom left last ball. So clear these two,
and then up to the middle,
and then pop up. Just get straight. If he finishes anywhere near straight to the left middle, then his sort of work's done. He just needs to pop the last three balls.
And he's got a big area to aim at there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
About a foot error either way, hasn't he?
So nicely done from Clint. It was, I think Jordan would have known when he went in off there that he was very, very unlikely to get another shot in the frame, but still got to pop the balls and work your way through it, and Clint did that well, so he's up and running. Whilst we've been away those 5 minutes, I've seen a couple of the scores. I think Mark Farnsworth beat Alex O'Donoghue in a deciding frame.
That's right.
So he will play Ian Alley, I believe. I haven't got the scores, I haven't got the draw in front of me, but I believe that means he plays Ian Alley in the semi-finals. And the winner of that will play the winner of this. So we're still waiting on one last 16 match to complete the quarter-final draw, and that's Mark Boyle versus Declan Duff, and Mark Boyle is 6-3 up, so Mark looks like he's on course for another deep run after the success of last tournament, and the winner of that match between Mark and Declan will play Greg Batten in the quarterfinals. Rob Donkin is about to get underway against Lee Ray in the bottom quarterfinal, and that's your bottom half of the draw. So could well be another Mark Farnsworth versus Mark Boyle final. Oof. That was a dangerous shot from Clint.
Yeah,
he was a whisker away from losing the frame by popping the black there.
Yeah, I think he obviously played the cannon onto the reds, didn't he? So, but again, if you did have,
he sort of finished nowhere there.
Yeah,
I can't see an aggressive shot for him. He'll be disappointed with that as well. All he's sort of managed to do is tie up 2 more reds. May not have left Jordan a straightforward chance, but he's made reds worse and yellows aren't too bad. Ooh, although that has gone terribly for Jordan. Missed the pot by a little distance, and unfortunately potted one of Clint's balls. So.
And Clint will be disappointed now when he have to tie up after his last shot.
Yeah,
that red.
If that last shot had gone well for Clint, he'd have a red over the bottom left pocket now and just have that one ball on the bottom rail, and this would be a fairly routine finish for him, but he's going to have to come up with a really good first shot now. Obviously he has got a free shot, first shot. Yeah, and we see Mark Boyle's just come to the top table with the scorecard, so that must mean he's won. I would suggest 7-3, which would mean he is playing Greg Batten in the quarterfinals. So Greg Batten versus Mark Boyle, Rob Donkin versus Lee Ray. That is the bottom half of the draw.
Clint's took these reds out well here.
Yeah, a really good first shot, wasn't it? Just to pop them open. I like watching Jordan play. When he gets frustrated, he speeds up and he can play some incredibly entertaining pool. So I'm not wishing bad of him, but if he loses his framing, we might see something special from him. That's a disappointing shot from Clint. He's overrun that by a good few inches.
And he really didn't need to do it like that, did he?
He could have just dropped it in. Had a lot more margin.
Yeah. And it was a couple of rolls, weren't it? You know.
I think he'll still be okay, because I think if he leaves the white anywhere in the bottom half of the table, the black will still cut in, where he's looking now, anywhere near that yellow at the bottom of the table, which is he can get to fairly comfortably. Anywhere near that yellow on the bottom right hand side, and the black still pops in. So.
The next match on table number 5, Mark Farnsworth, Ian Alley.
nicely controlled shot. See if we can have a little look through and see who the players have played on their way here. So in the last 16, Clint beat Rab Fee. I think that's one of the Northern Irish guys. 7-4. He played Luke Sanjis in the last 32, and that was a deciding frame that Clint won, 7-6. You beat Chris Boron 7-2 in the last 64, and Owen Ellis 7-2 in the 128. So that was Clint's run to this stage. I'll give you Jordan shortly. It was a big break from Jordan. Left these really nice. This is tricky. This could go wrong.
Oh dear.
I think it has. I think it has. I think camera 3 shows the problem. It's left him welded on that red, left him no shot. It's a great effort.
It's a great shot.
It's a great shot. He'll still be disappointed even with that great shot at the end there. That if he can see that yellow, it's frame over.
Yeah, because he's going to lose control of this frame now, isn't he?
Yeah.
With most of his yellows gone. I know there's quite a few balls of Clint sort of touching the cushion, but
yeah, there's just nothing that says Clint has to clear these up in one visit. He's now got control of the frame. Oh, he'd be disappointed with that. Sort of, it wasn't. He didn't really play the shot badly. It's just kind of gone against him. Both reds he tried have gone safe off that. He did get the total. Oh wow, that was so close. Just flicked the red on the way through.
But that's better for Jordan because the yellow's obviously nearer the bag. I'm not sure if Clint's got a shot to try and get this yellow away from there.
No, he may feel he's forced to actually pop the yellow.
Yeah. And for me, I think Clint's actually second favour this frame.
Yeah, it's a rare occasion, I think, when you've got all your balls and your opponent's got one, and you've got cue ball in hand. But Clint's got a lot of work here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls on the rail. They're all awkward as well.
There's probably a pot and snooker somewhere, or developing snooker. I don't think he's going to pot too many balls here.
He is looking at playing the one above the middle pocket on the right hand side. He was looking to see if he could play that down the rail off the yellow. Not worried about whether the red goes in, but just to clear the yellow away. He doesn't really want to pot the yellow. He'd like to get it away from the pocket, but as you said a minute ago, it's difficult for that to do that.
I mean, he'll probably leave the white somewhere around there, that red, won't he? And stun behind them two at the top of the left-hand corner.
Yeah, even if the shot doesn't go well for him, he could still play that snooker you talked about. So.
Yeah, I'm up for just to get one off the cushion and then the snooker again.
Yeah,
and that's not great.
He's covered another cushion. And he looked up and said, "Covering cushions."
Must be magnetised to these cushions, eh?
Yeah. The funny thing is, I watched him play one frame earlier today because I was on the table next to him, and he did exactly the same thing. Covered cushions.
Yeah, he's probably just thought about that shot a bit, and he's just sort of hit it. Give it a bit more care. They'd have been better off just knocking it off and just leaving it over the middle or something. See, I mean, does that go past there?
Yeah, this could go wrong. That's gone really well for him. I said that before all the balls had stopped. He's not on a good next ball.
But if he plays that one that's on the bottom cushion.
Yeah.
It's a percentage shot, isn't it?
Do you think he could play either of the reds near the left middle rail, half ball or brush off those and get it safe?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's definitely that option.
Develop them at the same time as keeping it safe.
And that's as good as anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not snooker.
No, it's difficult for Jordan to do anything with this, but he's not total snookered.
But Clint's reds here are not givers.
No, he's still got a problem or two. Jordan needs to decide whether he can come up with anything aggressive. I wonder if he can see enough for a double to the top left. I think, or whether the reds are in the way. The red in the middle of the table's in the way.
Yeah, I think the red's in the way. So there's more chance of a treble, and that's a great shot.
He's played the treble. What a great shot! That's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, but you know, but it was another poor shot from Clint. You know, he should have been getting a snooker there.
Yeah, he still wouldn't have expected that though. That was special. That really was.
That's a better one.
That's a great black as well. Dave, are we keeping a shot of the year book? No. We should start one. That's definitely up for a start there. So Clint's just popped out the room. So while he's doing that, I will, until he comes back, I'll let you know. Run through Jordan's route to this stage. So in the last 16, he beat Mickey Singh 7-4. He had a great win over Jordan Shepherd in the last 32. That was 7-6, so a deciding frame. He played Andrew McKee in the round before that, and that was 7-2 to Jordan. And in Jordan's first round of the day, I can find him in the draw. He beat Jason Rimington 7-3. So that's from this morning. So that's the from the last 128. Obviously, Jordan being first year on the tour, he's an amateur this year. Obviously, one of the red hot favourites to be offered pro status at the end of the season. But so he also had to come through qualifying, and he would have played 2 matches yesterday as well as playing in an amateur event today. So he's been busy today. Yeah, so we were just saying that Jordan, before the season started, would have been one of the red-hot favourites for being offered pro status, and I've just checked out the rankings. So to be offered professional status, you need to finish in the top 16 of the amateur rankings, which are made up of the amateur tournaments and the open tournaments this year, so a slight change in the rankings from previous years. And after the first tour event in Cardiff, Jordan is currently in 6th place, so right where he needs to be. Mark Boyle's obviously top of that list, having won the open event in Cardiff and was the runner-up in the amateur event. So and he's obviously going deep again in the quarterfinals today. So I suspect he's the man to beat in the amateur rankings this year. But Jordan's definitely one of the guys. Yeah, just looking down the top of the amateur rankings, you've got Mark Boyle at the top. But with the guys that are still in this event, we've got Ian Alley. He's tied 6th with Jordan. Simon Simons is tied with Jordan and Ian as well in 6th place. Obviously the World Championship runner-up. So some great players in the. There's just so many great players in the amateur list. I could go on and on and on. But it's going to be a tough battle to see who finishes in that top 16.
So we'll get back to this match then.
Yeah, good break from Clint. I noticed he has changed his break from previous events. He's going for the second ball down break, the cut break as I call it. I think he started sort of using that in the recent European Championships playing for England, where he was part of a successful team in winning that event. Saw it a lot in that event. A lot of players were using it, myself included, and he's continued to use it in this event. Looks to be making very light work of this finish.
It was a nice split, wasn't it?
Really
Yellow's
nice.
on the left and red's on the right. It was
Really nice split. Just has to work his way through it.
Yeah, it was a very pretty break, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he just drops this red in the middle, and he's going to have loads of margin of error for his last shot. Just pot the red thin and let it drift up somewhere near the centre of the table.
What's Dave eating?
He's
Was he a little tea break, is he?
yeah. You notice how he was turned his back to us so he could hide the food. We can smell it though. It points out that it's very well burnt as well.
Must have been done on a barbecue, Dave, wasn't it?
So very good break finish from Clint. So hasn't let that great shot from Jordan affect him. Good temperament, Clint. One of the best temperaments on the tour.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, when he sort of gets a shot that goes wrong or it's not in that perfect position, he gets himself mad. He gets himself rallied up, and you know, you think you've probably got him, but the next thing, he absolutely hits the middle of the bag every time with his next shot, and it gets right back into position.
Yeah,
That's one of the strengths about Clint.
He definitely shows his frustration. Yeah. You know, doesn't get angry as in punching the table or anything like that.
Shows him emotion.
You can see the emotion on his face and his mannerisms, but he never ever lets that. Or I've never seen him let that go into his next shot. Plays every shot with complete focus. Good break from Jordan.
Yeah. No one's been shot in the room. That's just Jordan's big break.
So do you think that yellow at the top goes past? Well, it's irrelevant. He's going reds anyway. So does the red at the top of the table go past?
Oh.
It's not gone well for him.
Well,
so
in the top left, you mean? Is that the one?
Well, does it go to the top left or the top right?
Definitely not go top right, I don't think. But,
so he's looking at it top left, maybe able to make it off the yellow. So if he can put this down the railing and just run through a fraction like that.
It's not perfect, is it? I don't think.
It looks like he'll be going into the yellow, so positional side of this shot is tricky, and he may be having to play this off the yellow as well, which just adds to the.
Got to be careful here. And does that get red past the yellow?
I think the red passes, but I'm wondering whether the yellow's come far enough away from the pocket to make it so it's not a massive bag. You'd have to miss it by, maybe if he missed it by further, it might have more chance.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, what a shot. What a great shot.
Well, not that yellow, those not help things, does it? Just going next to the black, but...
The shots aren't quite going for him. He's playing some great shots, and they're just little flicks are going against him in this visit. The black still goes to the top right. I don't think he needs to risk moving the black.
But with the balls all sort of crunch around the black, it makes this clearance a bit more...
But if he screws back off the one he's nearest to now and finishes straight on the one above the black to the bottom left and just drops it through, he should be able to leave himself straight to the top right corner without any trouble at all.
Yeah, black goes top right, so yeah. good enough to me.
Yeah, just doesn't want to over screw it or anything. Just stun it in, let the white come back about an inch. About there. Ooh. Wiped his feet, but it's in it goes. So back-to-back break dishes now.
Just exchanging blows, aren't they? Like two big boxes, aren't they?
Let's see if Clint can continue the run. So we were talking about the amateur rankings, and we said that Jordan is currently 6th, and that's going to improve with this run today. It's just Clint was very close to the top 5 for number 1 about a year ago, but he slipped down the rankings fractionally. I said in the last match that when we mentioned that Clint was coming on, that he's had a little dry spell in terms of finals or winning, and he was probably due, and he's come down to provisionally 9th now, but set to improve with this run here. Too good a player to be kept out the winner's circle for long. But I could say that about 16 to 20 of the players on the tour at least.
Well, that's a tough score now, so you've got to earn your points and you've got to be consistent to stay at the top of the rankings, haven't you?
That's another great break from Clint.
Yeah,
this is...
There is choices, but...
I mean, he's going to go reds, but yellows aren't the worst either, but he's going to go reds. If he goes yellows, he's got a problem with one yellow, and that's the yellow he's nearest to. If he goes reds, then those two at the top right. I don't know whether the bottom one of the two at the top goes, which means he just needs to be careful with his position when he goes up for that, which he may be doing now.
No, it's not bad.
It's not too bad.
The only problem is he's probably going to have to clear the ones at the top and then go down to the bottom and then get the black after, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether if he can do that and leave the one to the bottom left as is his last ball, because the black goes to the top right, so he could play that one and just drift up past the yellows. I think it wouldn't. He's got quite a bit of margin of error on that shot then. So he can pop this one and just screw back across the face of the other one, and then take the bottom right, bottom left, and black to the same pocket as he's about to take this red. Make it sound very easy, don't I?
Oh yes, it's easy sat here, isn't it?
Sat here, yeah. It's obviously not that easy.
You just rolled them all in, haven't you?
Yeah. It's difficult to tell whether he can pot this red without cannoning the other red and just screw back. If he's cannoning it, he needs to be slightly careful with it. He is. So he wanted to leave the long plant, which is still on, but the white's travelling if he does that. So I'm now wondering if he's...
It's his last ball now.
If the black goes to the left middle, it's his last ball, yeah.
But...
He's got to be careful not to get this next shot too thick and cannon those yellows. He's just going to pull it thin and come across just below the two yellows to the right-hand side rail. There we go.
Just needs a bit of composure now, don't he? Just,
yeah.
I mean, he'd like a bit of it. He's got an angle.
He would have liked an inch more. He would like that to have bounced off an inch just so it's straight. Because if it's straight, he can just stun it in nicely. I mean, he still can, but it's, it's just a fraction trickier than it would have been if he'd had an extra inch on that. He wiped his feet. He played it at a nice pace. It just caught the near jaw, but it still fell in.
These two just keep bashing each other up, don't they?
There we go. Yeah. So this is that's 3 of those on the trot. 3 break finishes on the trot. Run continues. So we're at 3-2. Is it 4-2? 4-2. Yeah, it's just gone 4-2. Yeah. Jordan's turn to respond.
I mean, just listen to this big break. I mean,
so Jordan employs the front on break, smash it, and he's
got a
made a ball. He would have been a little bit nervous without white for a fraction, but he'll be happy with that.
It's a chance.
That's a very handsome split for him. That yellow nearest the left middle probably drops in without a problem, so we could play that second potentially. No, he's going to move it. He made it worse. Yes.
Well, I reckon it still drops.
I think it does, yeah.
But he's sort of going away from his work.
I don't think he's going to play it now, is he?
No.
So, yeah, it drops, but it's tricky. I think he's got to play the one to the top left and just hold and accept that he's going to have to. He might have to play that one that he's nearest to from a little bit further. He won't be able to get behind it. So he's going to drop it in now. Yeah. Just leaving the one. So the back end of if this goes in, the back end of the finish is just fairly. The pattern's there. So. Just wants to be straight on this, the red nearest the black. Has he gone back too far?
No, he looks okay though.
It's perfect.
He's still got, it's not a rolling, it's still quite tricky.
It is. It's one of those that the closer he gets to being perfect, the closer he gets to snookering himself on it with the reds. So, he accepted a slightly harder yellow.
But don't see any problems for him here.
No.
This is
good. A good shot.
This is good stuff, isn't it?
So 4 on the trot, and it's 4-3.
You're being treated here.
Absolutely.
Do we know who's on the stream next, do we?
No, I have no idea. It'll be one of the semi-finals, I think. It depends. Maybe I'm not sure if the other matches are quite up to the same, as far forward as this. So it'll be difficult. There's maybe a little gap before the next match. Yeah. So. Another great break from Clint. He's got that cut break going brilliantly.
We'll try and get some updates on some of these matches. So
yeah. Mark's just gonna just do a quick tour of the room. Go and see the other three quarterfinals that are in action. Leave me to talk you through this. This is the hardest. We've just had 4 break finishes on the trot, and this would be by far the hardest. There is still a chance here, but. It's a bit more work. We might see after the foot. I wonder if he can play plant on the reds and cannon into the red and yellow, and then hopefully it will open up the whole frame. Okay, the red's not gone ideal at the top of the table, but it's still there, still on. So he's still a couple of good positional shots away from this being a certainty. It looks like he's got an angle that he's playing one to the top right. If he can either stun off the top cushion or stun him across the face to get on the most awkward red, but, which is what he tried. But just going by his mannerisms, I don't think he's on this red at the top of the table. No, he's given it a good look, but I'm not sure. I think he's trying to convince himself that it does. I think he can see the red nearest the bottom cushion and pop that. So he's still got a chance here.
So I've just been around the arena myself, just have a look at some of these the latest scores. So Mark Farnsworth, he's leading Eden Ali 2 frames to 1. Mark Boyle, they've only just started. He is leading 1 frame to 0.
Yep.
And Rob Donkin and Lee Ray. Lee Ray's 3 frames to 0.
3 frames to 0. Okay. So we may. This match is a little bit ahead of the others. So potentially the winner of this versus the winner of Mark Farnsworth and Ian Alley is the next match, because the bottom half of the draw is a little bit further behind. But we'll wait and see how the matches pan out, because some of those might be 7-0 or 7-1 and speed up. But yeah,
I mean, not too far behind, are they?
No, we're okay. We're on schedule. We're fine. It's just whether this match finishes before the others. There may be a little 20-minute gap or something.
So since I've been gone, then we had a dry break.
No, so Clint made a ball off the break, and his first shot he tried to develop the awkward ball in the middle of the table, which he did. But it cannoned up to the top of the table, and he's played on it, and he's overran position by half a roll, and he's now where he is now. He was trying to play on the one at the top, and he's just gone out half a roll too far, which means he's now awkward. Now, I'm not sure if he can see the one at the bottom of the table enough to pot it. The fact that he's taken this long to decide and still trying to play the one at the top, I would suggest maybe he can't see the one at the bottom of the table to pot it. Because he could take, if he could take that one, he would still have a finish on that way. It's what he's going for. I think this is tight.
He's going to have to play it with side, but I'm not so sure it's on. And it's a tough shot, obviously, because of the distance.
In the background there, as we're on the wide shot, you can see Clint's family. They travel to most of the events with Clint. He's got, you mentioned earlier in the previous matches, Clint's got a big fan base. He's won Fans Player of the Year 3 times on the trot, 3 years in a row.
That's not there.
Table number 19, J.J. Smith, Ryan York. J.J. Smith, Ryan York, table 19.
So, for the first time in 5 frames, it hasn't been a finish off the break, and Jordan has the chance to level this match up. He's got a couple of tricky spots on the table. The yellow just below the left middle. It will go down the rail, but it's not a gimme. I wonder if the 2 yellows on the right hand side, the yellow on the furthest, the inside yellow, if that goes to the bottom right, that would really help his cause. Because if not, those could be a bit more of a problem as well. So ideally, I think he'd like to take this one to the left middle and then take the one down the rail. And it'd be interesting to know what he can play on off the one down the rail. If the inside one of those 2 goes to the bottom right, then it's absolutely fine. He can just play on it here. And I don't think it did, which is why he had to play it with some running side to try and get on it in the middle. So, second opportunity for Clint, but Jordan has got that pocket. Might be primed for a combination shot, red onto yellow, and the red follows it in. I think that must be what Clint was playing for, because I don't think you'd think about going into those 2 reds from where or playing below those 2 reds from where he's played the white. Although he's very frustrated that he's left himself Chinese snookered over or awkward queuing over the black, because he's not going to be able to get close to this red. It's one of those sort of skill shots that if you finished straight a couple of feet behind it, you would make it, I think, fairly consistently. But from distance, it just adds to the difficulty of the shot. I think he's still going to play that. Just make this pocket weight and leave himself straight on the combination shot. So Jordan played a great shot 5-6 frames ago. It's Clint's opportunity now.
And these are the sort of shots you've got to get if you want to beat sort of players like this at this stage of the tournament, don't you?
Yeah, this is a huge shot. This shot is 5-3 or 4-4 on this one shot.
Is it a 50-50 shot, do you think?
I think he's probably better than 50-50, probably a 60-40 shot, I think.
Okay. Oh, you see, it goes wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah. But those shots, they look terrible when you miss by a fraction.
Yeah.
But, you know, that is only a fraction away.
Oh yeah, you're talking millimetres.
Yeah. I think if he's half the distance away from that as he was, he makes that fairly routinely, I think.
Definitely.
So that extra bit of distance just adds to the complexity of the shot.
And there's just no pressure on Jordan there now, is there?
Yeah.
2 reds on the cushion.
Yeah, Clint knew if he didn't make that, he was losing the frame. And
I don't think it matters where the reds were.
no, makes little difference. So
4-4.
So we're looking at 4-4. 4-4, and importantly, Jordan's break. He has broke finished the last 2.
Yeah.
So we're on serve.
But we're getting to the nitty gritty now, so there might be some drama as well, won't there? So fasten onto your seats. We do like drama when we're commentating as well, don't we?
Yeah, another deciding frame coming up, potentially. I think the last match was a deciding frame. The match before that was a 7-5 and an exciting one as well. So we do like a bit of drama on the screen. So another great break from Jordan's made a ball, and they've come out lovely for him again. Either colour here, probably yellows.
Yeah, probably be stone for it. It's got to be, isn't it?
This is probably the only shot that you could see going wrong here.
Yeah. Is he too straight on this?
No, I think he can just float this in now. Yeah, I think that was the only hope that Clint would have had of getting a shot in this frame.
He's not getting a shot in this frame.
But he can't see it now. Okay. So whilst Jordan, after this frame, and once Jordan has mopped up these balls like we fully expect him to do, although just that shot he's just played, I'm a little surprised he's gone this way. I thought he'd leave this ball to his last ball and try and get straight on the other one. But not that it made any difference. It was very, no problem either way.
Yeah, he had options, didn't he? So
yeah.
He's just punching him in now, isn't he? So
yeah. So for a third break finish on the trot, and to go back ahead, 5-4. Okay, so we've had a couple of updates. I think we've updated 2 frames actually. Mark Farnsworth has gone 3-1 up over Ian Alley. Mark Boyle is now 2-0 up over Greg Batten, and Lee Ray is still 3-0 up over Rob Duncan. So Kev came over with a big update, and unfortunately there was very little updated, but we're trying to keep you up to date with the other matches as best we can.
I mean, one good thing about the updates, all these tables are playing together, so you can get all 3 scores within sort of seconds.
Yeah. Okay, so can Clint respond?
He needs this one, because if not, you just see this match just falling away from him. Has he got a ball? No, he's dry.
No. Momentum.
Wow. But the way they've come out, though.
Yes.
There's a bit of developing to do if...
Yeah, this tricky finish. There's problems in a few places. I think he's going to take reds.
What do you play then? This top red in the right-hand corner first, top right, and then hopefully, play to cannon the one on the left middle?
if you could play, yeah, if that shot's on, that's not a bad option. You could take the one to the bottom right to get yourself reds, and then play a containing shot of some sort.
Yeah, we don't have to do it yet, but that's got to be...
Because he's got 3 reds that don't go anywhere now. I wonder if the red in the middle of the table, nearest the black, goes past the black and off the yellow into the middle.
Not sure what good that would be, but...
Well, he's making one, he's clearing one. I wonder if he can play it at pace. If that shot's on, he could play that with a lot of pace, and that yellow would go down and potentially dislodge the red below it. And then he's only got 1 red that doesn't go. But it doesn't look on from the main shot, from the camera angle we've got, but I think that's what he's played on.
Yeah, and the 2 yellows that's sort of close to the left middle, you know, there's not that much room for error there, is there, for that red to come off, bounce off 1 yellow and then go through them other 2 as well.
Yeah, I think
this is what he's playing.
I think he's playing red off yellow.
Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe he's playing it off. I think he's playing it off the yellow it's nearest to, not the one nearest the pocket, I think.
I thought he was going to play it off the one below the black, but again, probably can't get to it, can he?
No, I wonder whether he could get to the one nearest, or second nearest the pocket, but I think he's playing this off. Yeah, he's playing it off the red it's nearest to.
Wow,
he's made it
clean.
He was hoping to make it off the
big bag,
off the yellow to open up the red as well. That's a pretty good shot from Jordan.
Good containing shot, but
he's contained.
He's
Clint
not
for this visit.
Yeah, I mean, Clint's only got to hit this. He's not under any pressure, is he? So
no, but he's still got problems everywhere. But so's Jordan. It's going to be interesting to see how this little safety battle unfolds. See now how aggressive does Jordan want to be?
He's going to put his cue through a minute.
I mean,
He's still in control here.
He's
control.
He
Probably
doesn't need to because I think he's so unlikely to get. You've got to get a red out and be on it to get on the next red. I just think it's so unlikely. I think it's a much better choice. But Clint might decide that he can do the same thing.
He's got to get that one out of the bottom corner, isn't he? Let's see.
I wonder if he's going to. What could he do? He could play. He could float. He could play the one in the bottom of the table and try and get it behind the yellows on the left-hand side, so he can only see the one over the pocket. He was playing. If he had had an extra 3-4 inches on that, he would have played the yellow to the middle, trying to pop the red over the bottom left. I think that's what he was playing on. He's just come up a fraction short. I think he's going to go into his own yellows now off this pot. Oh no, he's thinner than I thought. But he'll be happy with that. That's not too bad.
Yeah, because he's only left in the one over the corner, unless he has got a thin snip, has he?
But he's developed one of his awkward yellows, and he's put the other one into a position where it's a bit easier to develop, or that he can get on it. So although if that yellow had fallen, he'd have probably won the frame off it, but he's progressed his position.
And Jordan, he probably has to go for these now, because he does know that it's a good chance for Clint if he gets back to the table.
Yeah, Clint's got a great chance if he gets back. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, he's unlucky there. He's got a real problem now. Yellows have become huge favourites.
Still shot reverse double? I don't think the reverse double's on, and it's too close.
Yeah, I don't think that's on. Skill shot's on, but that's tough. Chinese over the yellow. I wonder if he can play as a containing shot, thin off his red, to cannon the yellow, and try and put that yellow next to the black. It's
all right. Yeah, that's it. It's risky.
I mean, it's
it'll cost him the frame if it doesn't go right.
It'll cost him the frame if it doesn't go right. But I can't see an aggressive shot. And if you're not doing that, how do you play safe?
Yeah.
Is there a safe spot on the table? Probably not.
Yeah, it's got to just work out
whatever he does, if it doesn't go incredibly well, he's going to lose the frame off it. Do you know what? He was behind that, and that red was tracking to the corner. Then he knew that was in, and it double kissed the yellow.
The touching ball.
And does the red cover the yellow in the middle of the table?
Yeah.
If it's touching ball, then he can play red onto yellow, so it's no problem. If it's not touching ball, then he may have had a nice touch here, Jordan.
It's not touching.
It's not touching. Well, he can pot the yellow he's nearest to, so either way, it was not too much of a problem. Clint could play to move this yellow, or he could just stun the yellow in and play on the one down the rail.
He'll definitely move it. Has this gone wrong? No, it's okay.
No, he's come out okay. He could move the other yellow if he wanted to as well. He could play the yellow nearest the left-hand side rail and just bump that one out if he wanted to. I'm not sure it's necessary, but if he wants to, I think it's probably not worth the risk, is it? If it goes wrong, you're awkward, and if you just stun this up and get straight on that ball, you're no problem. Not the angle he wanted, but shouldn't have a problem. He used to just top this one through, cue it good.
Let's go near the cushion. Oh, you don't see him missing this one.
No. So 5-5. We stay with on serve.
Best of three.
Best of three, but importantly, Jordan's got 2 breaks, and he has finished his last 3, I think. 3 breaks. So, yeah, definitely advantage Jordan the way his break's going, because they've not just been 3 finishes, they've been 3, fairly, I don't want to say simple, because it's never simple, but they were just great splits that he would have backed himself every day to knock in. White. Ooh, he's made a ball
again.
He's made a ball, and okay, he's got a bit more work than previous finishes, but he's got a chance. First glance, the yellow. He's going to go yellows, I think. First glance. Not sure he's got a red on. Or an easy red on, I should say. I think reds are probably the colour if you can get a first shot away. It is yellows. So he's got the yellow below the red on the top left of the table as a stumbling block. He's just moved the yellow onto the rail, which has just made it trickier, and the yellow below the black, which I'm sure goes from the right angle.
He's got balls to move that red though, so he could roll the one on the top right, then obviously the one on the top cushion, top left. So he's going to move the red.
Move the red now.
Yeah.
Leave yourself on the yellow in the middle of the table. Yeah.
But what about the yellow near the black?
I think from the right angle it goes. I think it's fine. If you look at, after this shot, we'll have a little look at camera 3. Yeah, so we can have a quick look at camera 3. You can see that black from the right angle. It's he's actually got plenty of room for that. So it's going to be all about how he gets on and plays the yellow down the rail. And he's really good on it. So he's going to be playing his next shot from the rail, I think. I don't think he's going to bump this off much. But he'll only have if he gets the right angle, he's only got to pop the yellow and just follow it through for the black in the left middle.
Good shot.
So this black for 4 break finishes on the trot and a 6-5 lead. And Clint needs to respond again. This match has been of such a high quality that it may be won or lost on that skill shot that Clint attempted.
Yeah, it was an important part of the match, wasn't it?
It was. So we said at the time 5-3 or 4-4, 5-3 to Clint or 4-4 on one shot, and it went against Clint.
And Jordan's not giving him a chance to get back into it, after that error, was he? So it was never an easy skill shot either, was it?
No,
so
no, not at all.
That's why I thought it was only a 50-50.
Yeah, I think it probably was, but obviously giving a little edge to Clint on the shot, but it was probably 50-50.
Has he got a ball?
So he's made a ball, and if that red drops, I was thinking if he's probably got. I was thinking yellows when they were still in motion, but reds are the way now. Black's the trickiest ball. Whichever colour set he goes, black's the trickiest ball. Do you think it's worth... do you think he could play the red he's nearest to, just stun it in, leave the white where the red is, and then play the red over the top left thin and go into the black?
It's risky though, isn't it?
Or do you think that you just leave the black there and back yourself to get on it and play it?
I mean, at 1-0, yes, you'd probably play it, but, one mistake here from Clint, he's lost this match. So he needs this. This is a must win for him.
So this is where we were talking earlier about patterns and do you see last ball. With the black being the hardest ball of this finish, it's really important to know how to get on that black. But I think he's playing the shot I talked about.
Yeah?
I think he's playing the move it.
This can go wrong. And
it's okay. It's okay because the next shot could easily go wrong.
Yeah.
So he's got the next red, but he's going to cannon that yellow. And if he catches the cushion first and then cannons the yellow, the white might not
just
go
stick.
anywhere. Just stick there.
Stick there, isn't it?
And then he's on nothing.
I mean, he could sort of hit this quite thin, and then he's got options, and with the red in the top right or right middle. Is this coming out free?
He'll be happy with that.
Oh, yes,
he's finished
definitely.
straight to the top right. He played that with a lot of left-hand side to spin the white across to give himself a couple of options. So that was really well controlled. That was a lot better shot than it looked.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised he's playing. He's looking at that one. I thought the one to the top right would give him more control.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure that bottom left one's the right shot, is it?
I wonder
unless he was thinking about kissing into the yellow. Well, kissing into balls.
Yeah, kissing into the yellow just to make the black easier is maybe what he was thinking.
Which is still an option.
Yeah, if he kissed into that yellow full ball, it would nudge it right out the way and he would be fine.
For me, this is a percentage shot.
I think that's the shot, but he still hit the same nudge because the black, that looks really quite subtle on the screen, but by moving that 3 inches to the left, it's made that black almost unmissable.
He's still got a bit of trickiness there. I mean, he's going to play this in the right middle, and then he's obviously got to go downstairs round the angles, would you?
Yeah, I think play this into the right middle, and then I think he's going to play the one to the bottom left now.
He's got to, yeah.
And then he just needs to negotiate a good white. Just spin it round 2 cushions.
That's where he wants to be.
Yeah. Just needs to I think he may have to play this with a tracer right-hand side. Left-hand side, I should say.
This is a percentage shot, I think, for me.
Oh, he's played that really nicely.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And this is
and now that shot
Decided City.
That shot you mentioned a couple of shots ago where he nudged that yellow. it's paying dividends because all he has to do is stun this in rather than a fiddly positional shot onto the black.
We'll try and find out. We haven't found out who's on next yet.
Well, we're still waiting on results from the other three quarterfinals. So what a great finish that was, and an incredibly high standard match as well. And it's a shame that we're going to have a loser from this one because they both deserve to win. But you would give Jordan the edge because of that break. It has been huge in this match.
It's just about controlling the white here, isn't it? This is what he wants, really. He's shown good control on the whites with his previous breaks, hasn't he? So
here we go, big moments.
Big break. There's the white.
He's made a ball.
In again.
He's made a ball, and reds have come out like a dream.
Clint's face, he's just looked over to his
I think
his fans.
Clinton's, I wouldn't say he's given up, but he's not expecting a shot.
But these reds are open, aren't they?
These reds are, I mean, that's great.
Give himself that break was ridiculous again.
And just for added insurance, nudging a yellow onto another yellow, leaving it even more awkward. Not that he needs that safety blanket. These reds are absolutely as you would want them.
Yeah, there's not been much safety in this match. Been some big breaks. And this red goes into the left middle, so
yeah, I mean it would be
just seen.
It would be an incredible mistake from now, I think, for him not to, even with the pressure of it being a deciding frame.
We have options as well, so
yeah, just wondering which way he's going to go. Red below the black.
Stun off the cushion.
Does that mean that his last ball's going to be the ball red to the top right? So just could go wrong.
Oh, he's not happy with
so
that. He's feeling it a bit, I think.
He's given Clint the faintest bit of hope here.
Yeah.
It's just a fraction of hope.
He's feeling it. I think there's some pressure out there as well. So this is a
slightly awkward queuing. Yeah.
Oh, he's back in prime position.
He's played that so well.
Storm back is perfect. Absolutely, he's played well to get back into that.
Yeah,
Hasn't he?
I mean, he's finished the match with 5 break finishes. And
yeah,
thoroughly deserves his win. What a great match. Well played to both players, and Jordan advances. So at this stage, I don't know what's going to happen with the stream. My guess is that we will bring you a semi-final as soon as a semi-final is available. Mark's just going to, if you want to hang on, Mark is just going to pop up to the top table and speak to the tournament director and see what is happening, and we can let you know. Yeah, so we're going to bring you the first semi-final that becomes available. So at this stage we can't tell you who that is. All we know is that Jordan Church is in the semi-final, and he will play the winner of Mark Farnsworth and... Who's Mark playing? Ian Alley. Okay, we're also going to bring you the scores before we go as well. So, yeah, Jordan Church versus the winner of Mark Farnsworth and Ian Alley. And then Rob Donkin is playing Lee Ray, and Mark Boyle is playing... Who's Mark Boyle playing? Can't see it. I'm trying to crane my neck and see the tables. Oh, Greg Batten. Yeah. So I think we'll be bringing you the first semi-final. Just looking at the earlier scores, I would suggest that's probably going to be that Jordan Church will be straight back on. Yeah, so Mark Farnsworth's currently 5-3 up on Ian Alley. Mark Boyle's 6-0 up on Greg Batten, and Lee Ray is 5-1 up on Rob Donkin. So it's going to be close to see which way that finishes. So it might be, could be Mark Boyle versus Lee Ray. It could be Mark Farnsworth versus Jordan Church, but those matches are still to finish. Okay, so provisionally, still to be confirmed, if Mark Boyle and Lee Ray, who are both Mark Boyle's 6-0 up and Lee Ray's 5-1 up, if those matches finish shortly, as they have potential to do, then we'll bring you that semi-final. But stay tuned, because I would suggest we're probably 15-20 minutes away at the earliest for our next match. But yeah, stay tuned, and we'll pick up commentary when they come back.